All right, what is going on, everybody? We are live. So, you guys know it, Joe Ramirez, your realtor, and today I got part of Team Awesomeness, Rebecca Leon, your favorite realtor.
Hey guys.
And we are joined today by the loan officer of the week, Paul Big Dog Valenzuela.
Yeah.
Paul, introduce yourself to the people.
Paul Valenzuela with Sun Street Mortgage. Been in the business going on 7 years now. A lot of experience under my belt with numerous different loan programs, tough deals, turn downs, you name it, pretty much done it. Of course, we're always ready to learn new things in this business. But anyways, yeah, little introduction on my part.
Awesome. All right, so today we're going to go over three things, right? One, down payment assistance, and what is it? Okay. Two, what kind of credit scores you need to qualify for a house, because you know it's just craziness. Mm-hmm. Three, what kind of programs you can provide people for buying a house.
Awesome.
Those are three things I want to hit today because I get questions all the time.
Things. Okay.
You know, I get these questions. Twitter, I blow up on Twitter on questions all the time. I'll post one house on Twitter. Next thing you know, I got 20 questions about down payment assistance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And hey, what's the credit score, Joe? No one knows. I mean, it's like a mystery out there. Yeah, literally, credit scores are mysteries. No one understands credits. I don't understand my credit half the time. Right. You know, we were talking a little bit earlier where there's like levels. You know, like you can, anybody that plays gamers, you know, my boys love games, so I see it all the time, but there's levels. You keep on jumping to different levels, man. So I really want to peel that onion back today, get really deep in the onion. I want you to tell everybody, you know, the mysteries.
Okay.
The mysteries, the suspense of buying a house. You know, how simple is it really? Because it's really easy to buy a house. Mm-hmm. I don't know why anybody throws their money away, rent someone else's house out when you can buy your own these days. Am I right, Paul?
You're absolutely right. I mean, the person that they're paying the rent to, do you think that they're thinking, hey, I'm going to go rent somewhere? No, they're thinking investment.
Oh, yeah.
That's what real estate is about. I mean, a lot of people just invest in real estate. So it's never a wrong time to buy real estate. Right?
100%.
Never a wrong time. So to kind of piggyback on what you were saying, Joe, is, you know, just because you go down to your banks, right? You have your banks, you have your credit unions that they require.
Viva Federal!
Yeah, we'll keep that out.
Okay, go ahead. USA! No?
So, no,
okay.
Just for you. We'll
Thanks,
keep that
bro.
out.
Go ahead.
But, you know, going to those banks, they have certain criteria that needs to be met, right? Typically, they want, you know, at least maybe a 680. Some even want over a 700. Well, just because you go there and they say that you can't qualify doesn't mean that you can't qualify for a home.
Right? Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Yes.
And I'll tell you right now, big banks are probably the worst that you want to deal with. I'm telling you right now, because I'm going on a tangent here.
Yes.
Break it down, all right?
A little bit.
I had a deal a couple weeks ago, right? A great older lady went to Chase Bank. She said, hey, Joe, I'm going to buy a house. I'm pre-qualified with Chase. She's like, okay, great. You know, here in Tucson? Good. Next thing I know, I'm getting a phone call from a guy all the way in Florida asking me for her paperwork. I'm like, I thought I was dealing with Chase Bank in Tucson.
No.
You know, I could just go down there, open the door, walk in the door, say, hey, how you doing? Let me work with you. No, that's not how it works, is it? Tell them how it works. How is it
Not
really?
how it works with those banks. Not how it works with the banks. They're not licensed. You know, they work, 9 to 5 if you're lucky. They're not going to work on the weekends, which... what realtors do, right?
Boom. Give me some, Becca.
Right.
Get you
For
some.
those that do grind, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you have that issue already, right? You need a pre-qual. I want to submit an offer. Oh, well, Chase isn't available. Well, I'm available, right? Evenings and weekends. Also, they don't have in-house processing and in-house underwriting. They're underwriters.
What's underwriting? Now you're throwing everybody out because they don't really understand what underwriting
processing is the ones that request the documentation in order to get your loan closed, right? Do all the back-end work, verifications of employment, all that kind of good stuff. Underwriting is the one that stamps your loan for approval.
Okay. Cool.
So that's how that works. Those banks, though, you know, the processing and underwriting part of it is usually out of state.
It is.
So the communication is very minimal
right
with the LO.
Yeah.
And let me guess, maybe it didn't close on time.
No, it didn't close on time.
Maybe it didn't even close.
Because we couldn't even get the package to them to sign it. It took 3 weeks just to do that. We closed in a month, and we were about a month over. So it took 2 months to close on a house that, if you're looking with someone like Paul in town here, would take you 30 days, maybe even less.
Average turnaround
I'm sorry,
time right now is about 25.
I didn't mean to offend you there. I'm sorry. I know you took offense to that. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay. Less than 30 days, everybody.
Yes, less than 30 days. Of course, documentation is a big part of the whole process.
Sure.
I'm not going to lie. You know, everything needs to be verified. But as long as you get everything up front, you should run into very, very minimal hiccups.
Okay.
And you know, what I always tell my clients that hire me as their loan officer is, as long as at the very end of the deal we're waiting for everybody else, we did our part.
Well, you know what I tell all my clients?
Tell me.
Is as long as I got a heartbeat, we're gonna close this deal. You know
That-
what I'm saying? Give me some. Okay. All right.
Good.
So let's jump into credit scores.
Okay. Yes.
Where do you have to be to qualify to get a home?
Good question. So with my bank, you have to be at a 580.
Minimum.
That's it. Minimum 580, where you
Beautiful.
can have a loan option available for
Beautiful.
you. Even at that point, I can get you a down payment assistance, all that good stuff too. 580, that's it. Let's see what we can do.
See, I threw up 580.
I like that one.
I was wondering what that was.
So that was 580.
Yeah.
I threw that out there. All right, go on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So yes, you know, 580 just to get started. If you're not there, it's okay. Don't worry. I have a complimentary credit team that is great at what they do.
When you mean what does complimentary mean? 'Cause
free,
I'm sorry.
free,
Okay.
free.
Oh, complimentary means free.
Free.
Yes.
Free. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. I was just
Free.
making sure.
No, that's good. Right.
All right,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, because you're just throwing me out there. You know, that's a big word you're
Yeah,
throwing at me. I'm like, oh, I
right?
don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
Yeah.
Free.
So free.
All right, free. Okay.
Credit service team, where basically what they can do, let you know what you can do to get your scores at least to a 580. Also with a timeline. Everybody's on a lease. You know, hey, my lease is up in 4 months. My lease is up in 6 months.
Sure.
Well, at least we'll be able to let you know if you follow these instructions, because of course you have to do what you need to do on
Okay.
your end in
Yeah.
order to make it work.
Makes sense.
As long as you follow these instructions, more than likely we can get you there within that time frame and get you out of that rental and into your investment and start making money on that.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
I like
right?
that.
So
Sounds pretty good.
if it's not a yes now, we get you to where you need to be as soon as possible to
Definitely.
make sure we get you
Okay.
there.
Absolutely, absolutely. We will do follow-ups with you. We will help you if you need any letters that need to be written. You
So
know,
it's
we
never
actually
a
do
no.
all that.
It's never a no.
It's always going to be.
Never
we're going
say
to get
no.
there.
I like that. Never say no.
Yes.
Never say no.
And what I
Never
tell,
say no.
Exactly. And what I tell clients that are on the fence about buying a home is, you know, eventually, if it's not now, that time is going to come,
There you go.
right?
That's right.
So why not? If you're serious about buying a home, that time is going to come.
That's
Because
right.
all of a sudden, I'm talking to clients and it's like, oh, 8 months, it's a long time. But then 8 months comes up and, hey, how are things going? Oh yeah, I'm ready. So, you know, that time will eventually come.
And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if you're leasing a house and you just signed a lease for a year, give Paul a call right now, because you got a whole year to work on it. If you know your credit is not the greatest, right?
Mhm.
You got to. I mean, do you think you can get pretty much anybody qualified within a year?
Oh, definitely. Yes.
Give
Yes.
Paul a year.
Yes.
We can get you a house,
Simple as that. Simple as that.
right?
I usually advise maybe 4 to 6 months,
Okay.
just in case. You know, just so when that time comes, you're actually on the market looking for a home, rather than, hey, my lease is up in a month. Now let's take a look.
Okay.
You know, gives us time to work on anything on the credit part if we need to. Look over employment, look over the income, which every single borrower has something different to bring to the
Exactly.
table.
So that just makes it. I mean, it makes sense. If you guys are on a lease right now and you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, you know, give us a call today. It doesn't matter if you have a 1-year lease, 2-year lease, or if you're up in 6 months. All right, just get the process started. Right? That's what I'm hearing, Paul.
There
Get
you
the
go.
process started. Right?
Why not?
Okay.
Yes, why
Alright.
not? It's free. It's free
Yeah.
for me to take a look at your application, right?
Free. Complimentary.
Free.
Complimentary. Complimentary.
Yes.
There you go.
Free.
Okay.
So for me to take a look to see how much you could get qualified for, see what our next plan of action would be. Very, very simple. If you're already talking with somebody, maybe a little bit iffy on what's going on or information they're giving, it's always good to get a second opinion. Always good to get a second opinion,
Right.
because you don't know if there's something that I can do that that bank can't,
Okay.
and get you qualified, which happens a lot. A lot
Sure.
of people think, oh, this person said this, I can't do it.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
no. So, you know, definitely do that. Get started, at least to see where you're at. There's no commitment. You don't have to buy a home in, you know,
Yeah.
a week.
Sure.
You buy a home when you're ready to buy
There
the
you go.
home.
Too easy.
Of course, I'm sure you guys can vouch, but the market is super, super hot right
The market
now.
is hot. The market is hot.
It
It
is.
is hot.
What we mean by that is prices of homes are going up
Yep.
fast,
Oh yeah.
right? Fast.
They
and
are going up.
interest
They're
rates
going up
are
pretty quick.
going
I mean,
up
you gotta,
fast as well.
You got to get
so,
out there.
you know, if you're on the fence, get off of it. Let's just take a look, see where you're at.
If your boyfriend, your significant other is on the fence, I'm telling you right now, just boom, boot him off that fence. Let's go time. Okay?
Let's do it. Yes.
All right, so let's talk. We talked about levels on credit.
Yes.
Right? And about playing a game and you got to get to a different level. Break down the levels of credit, so that we all, people like myself can understand.
Yes.
Okay? Please.
Okay.
Okay.
So when we're talking about levels of credit, you have your 580s to your 619s, because again, that's when we can start offering loan programs. But when you're between those levels of credit, your debt to income ratios drop a little bit, meaning that lowers your buying power.
Okay.
Right? So, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you can qualify at that amount, why not, right? But if there's a way to get you to a 620 to, a 639,
sure.
Then at that point, you get higher debt to income ratios, things like that fall into play, better interest rates.
Now, break down debt to income ratio, because when I first started, I didn't really understand that either.
Okay.
So what is a debt? So our debt is what? What is our debt? Our debt is what we owe, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Your
so like our bills, what we owe, so are you looking at what we pay every month?
Actually, you know what? That's a good one, Joe, because it's not so much of your bills, your electricity, your water, that doesn't matter. It's what reports on your credit report.
Ah, okay.
Right? So you have your credit cards, your car loans,
sure.
And then you have your new, your new mortgage payment as well, right? So that's factor into what's called debt to income ratios. So then you have your debt, and then you have your income, the amount of money that you can actually document into the home to qualify as far as for whatever your
so whatever you're making. Now, let's say I work for my Theo on Saturdays, right? Can you count that?
If it's claimed to the IRS, yes, of course.
So it has to be claimed. So I just can't say, "Hey Theo, I'm gonna build your fence right now.
No.
I'm gonna go out there and I want you to pay me cash." We can't claim that.
No, but you know what? That's still something that I would consider what we call a compensating factor.
Okay, cool.
Right?
Okay.
Hey, there's this additional income that's coming in. He does side work. It's great, and then plus knowing that borrower is bringing in that extra income helps to qualify.
Boom!
As well.
I like it.
So that's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. All right. So
what
else? So the higher you go, right? Is it the more lenient kind of what we're looking at, or how's that work?
Correct. It just makes the whole process so much easier for everybody. Of course, at the end of the day, we want to make the process as easy as possible for our clients.
Okay.
Right? So yes, the higher the credit score, the stronger the file is, the easier the process is.
Beautiful.
Right?
But you like easy or do you like hard?
No, I like it all.
Yeah.
I like it all.
I like it hard. I love a challenge. I'll tell you right now, I love a challenge. I don't know.
I do too.
Like I don't love, when it goes like smooth and it's easy. I like to get in the weeds. And I gotta dig. I gotta go through a swamp and a jungle to make it happen. Because you know what? I feel alive.
Right.
I have to do that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm working for my money.
There you go.
I love it. I love it hard.
I love it too, yes.
If you think you can't qualify, you give us a call right now. We'll make it happen.
I'll get you.
Woo! Yeah, you're getting hot over here.
Yeah,
you're ready to go.
Yeah. And a lot of things that I do is a lot of upfront work as well. Which I think maybe a lot of other LOs might not do.
Sure.
Not knocking them in any way, but I do a lot of upfront work, meaning I'll take a couple more days to get some verification that might prevent a person from buying a home. Because the last thing that we want is for somebody to go out, look for a home, and somebody didn't do their homework up front, and then halfway through, hey, you know what? You can't get your home. Oh, then that's probably not going to be a good, good. So I do a lot of work up front to try to avoid as much hiccups as possible throughout the process, no matter how tough that deal is, right? So we should do the tough work up front, so it still can get easy throughout the process, right? Mm-hmm. But so that's basically how it works, those tiers. But please, if you're thinking about buying a home in the near future, do your best to get your credit scores up. Do your best to not move a lot of money around, because of course a source of money that's going to be needed in the transaction can get frustrating. Just to make the process as easy as possible for you.
And don't forget the complimentary.
There you go.
Credit repair.
Free
credit repair. Free. All right. So, talked about credit scores a little bit. Let's talk about what programs you offer the people out there for buying a house. Okay.
Well, there's many programs that are available
Give it to us. Just lay it down.
You have your FHAs, which basically is a minimal down of 3.5%.
So what does FHA stand for? Because I know a lot of people don't understand.
Right.
Like, they think FHA, they're like, okay, federal housing, or what is that? You know, is that the feds coming at me? I mean, what is that?
It's the Federal Housing
I know my
Administration.
family gets a little scared, you know, when I say feds.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just throwing it out there. We don't want to scare the people, so please, go ahead, break it down.
Federal Housing Administration. It's a loan program that's backed up by the government.
Okay.
You know, once we take the application, I will go over all the details of that program because there's a lot that comes into play, and I'm very patient at educating you to know what kind of loan program that you're getting yourself into.
Awesome.
Because that's what happened at the mortgage crisis, is a lot of people didn't know what was going on, right? So now I'm very patient at educating borrowers on what loan program we should go with. You know, as far as I think maybe you should go with the conventional Y for this reason, why FHA for this reason. You know, you have your US.
What's the major difference? Because there's two loan programs that everybody hears. And when I bought my house, way back in the day, okay, my first one, you know, they hit me with, you know, there's two different options. You got the FHA, you got conventional. What's the major difference between those two?
So the major difference between those two programs is, for one, FHA has a little bit more leniency on credit guidelines.
Ah, okay. All
So
right.
that's a big thing, right? That's why we're able to go down to our 580s.
Makes sense.
Mortgage insurance is also a big thing, which a mortgage insurance, just so you know, is it's total protection for the government in case defaults. You know, they don't want to lose out so much money like they did before. So what did they do? They put in this mortgage insurance, which is up front, and then there's a monthly mortgage insurance.
Awesome.
Conventional is a little bit more scrutinized kind of loan, meaning it's a little bit tougher to qualify for. Higher credit scores are needed. But the good news with that is you don't have an upfront mortgage insurance, and then now you're running into, instead of a mortgage insurance premium like FHA has, you're running into a private mortgage insurance.
Private mortgage
There you go.
insurance.
And that's factored in on loan amounts, that's factored in on credit scores, that's factored into how much down payment you give.
Ah, okay.
Right?
All right, sure.
Okay.
So typically you at least want to give 5% down payment when it comes
That's
to
a lot of
conventional.
money, man. 5% on a $200,000 house. That's
You
like
know what,
10
though?
grand out of my pocket, bro. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
But you know what the good news is, though?
What? Yeah, go on, please.
There's an
Break it. Tell everybody all the good news on that. I want to hear about it.
There actually is an assistance program that's available even for conventional loans too.
Really?
Yes.
Hallelujah! We are saved,
There you
everybody.
go.
Hallelujah!
So now we are set. So that
Good, okay.
assistance, I hope, shouldn't be a factor anymore,
Okay.
right? Definitely less money out of your pocket.
All right.
You know,
Awesome.
so that's the biggest thing, the difference between your conventionals and your FHA. Because that private mortgage insurance with conventional, once you get your loan to value to about 78%, that will fall off. So
Sure.
now that usually averages about 5 to 7 years. Now,
Okay.
whatever the private mortgage insurance is will fall off.
Ah,
Right,
okay.
rather than
No, that
FHA
makes
that
sense.
stays on for the
That
whole
makes
life of the
sense.
loan now.
Definitely makes
So
sense.
those are the biggest things. Those are the differences between FHA and conventional.
Okay. What else we got? We talked about USDA. We talked about USDA.
We didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
We didn't.
Tell everybody what USDA is right now, so everybody understands.
Awesome program. Why? Because no down payment needed.
Okay.
Very little mortgage insurance, right?
Okay.
Which is a big factor on your monthly payment, and you get great interest rates. For those that are considering your rural areas, which
What's
is
a rural area? Talk to me, Ghost.
There
What we got?
go. So we got rural areas, which is Sauritas, right?
Saurita.
Rancho, which is a
Yeah.
very popular area.
Okay.
Great
Saurita.
place. Yeah, especially for the kids. The amenities out there are just
Beautiful
amazing.
place, right? Yeah. Awesome.
You have Vail, which is also a great area.
Vail,
right?
yeah.
Growing very, very, very fast. Who knows how long that even might be considered USDA too?
That's true.
Because they will change that
Okay.
and say it's not USDA anymore. Then you have your Star Valley, which is past, for those that know, Casino del Sol, Southwest.
Love the casino.
Right, got to.
Yeah, love the casino.
Then you have your, Red Rock area past Marana. Boundaries go, but if you're curious, as far as wondering what homes qualify, give me a call. I could look up, the location and see if that does qualify for USDA. And if it does, if you're talking to a lender right now and you're looking USDA, there's no reason to go with any other loan but USDA.
So I'm doing the phone call.
Call me,
Yeah.
so better call Paul.
Better call Paul. Better call Paul.
There we go. So yes, USDA is an awesome, awesome program. Of course, borrowers have to meet the criteria in order to qualify, which is very, very simple. Household income, things like that. But once you call me and I take a look at the application, I
Beautiful.
will be able to break down and see what loan programs will be available for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
awesome
I
program.
like it. Well, I think we got 3 main points
Mhm.
kind of discussed. Now, I like to ask everybody this.
Okay.
What is your favorite spot in Tucson to eat at?
Oh, Minidito.
Oh my God.
I'm a
That's it,
local.
I'm out of here.
I'm a local, right? But there's so many places that are opening up these days. I've always just gone as a kid,
Okay.
and so many
Go
people
to.
go there.
What's the one thing you get there?
I always get, ever since I was a kid, I've never ever changed what I've ate there, and I get the ground beef tacos with a bowl of menudo, and bread, and all the works with it. And actually, you know what? I think that's where we should go for
Yeah,
lunch.
I guess that's where we're going for lunch. We're going in. What's it called?
Minidito.
Minidito!
There you go.
Minidito!
Yeah, that
Even
sounds
though
good.
my favorite taco shop is like a half mile down the road. Anybody that follows
Awesome.
me, you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. But I'm serious, so
That sounds good. Too.
anybody, I know I got a lot of followers outside of Tucson. It's a good place to go.
Great place.
Minidito's a
Very
nice
popular.
place.
Waiting time, it can be a long time, but it's well
Worth
worth
it.
it.
Bill Clinton ate there.
Yeah, well worth it.
No big deal.
So yeah.
Good stuff.
Yes, really good.
All right, guys. So tell everybody where they can reach you at, Paul.
I have a branch here on Broadway and Tucson Boulevard. For those that are welcome to come in, we could sit down for a consultation. I'm always ready for that. You can reach me on my cell phone, 520-909-5266. Save that in your phone now. Give me a call anytime. Evenings or the weekends, I'm available as well. We can do you can do an application online, which is at www.sunstreetmortgage.com/Paul-Valenzuela.
I think it's / like this, right? Is it /
Yeah.
I always get them confused. I don't know,
right?
is this way or that way with the / Anyways,
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's
I would say
yeah.
just text them or call them.
Call me. Best thing to do. Why I like to do the application over the phone. I think the longest time that has been for me to take an application is about 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, you are speedy, dude. You're like the Flash, huh?
Yeah, just because
Wow.
I know what to ask, and it's good to do it over the phone. Why? Because if anything comes up when it comes down to income or employment or questions a borrower might have, I always like to just answer those and make it as easy as possible for the client. So give me a call on my cell phone. It's always available. I always answer. If I don't, please leave a voicemail.
Okay.
Please leave a voicemail.
So it's
and I
not a
will call
full
you back
mailbox,
right
right? Because sometimes I'll call people a full mailbox.
No.
You clean that out every day, huh?
So frustrating. Yes, that's called back every day by the end of the day.
I like it.
Yes,
Good
definitely.
stuff.
So yes, always available.
One last thing, Paul.
Yes.
So a client that comes in and they give you a call, do I qualify, do I not? How soon are you able to let them know if they qualify, what they qualify for? How much time do you need to give them that answer? Because it's almost waiting. The waiting game is a little rough when have that much stress on can I get this house or not? What's the time frame that they're looking at here?
So when it comes down to taking the application, once I look at credit, income, and employment, I can give a borrower. I'm that confident in my business and my knowledge that I'll give a borrower an answer within an hour.
Wow.
Okay.
Truly that
Pretty good.
fast.
Wow, that's fast.
Longest 24 hours as far as to how much they could qualify for or what the next plan of action will be.
Wow.
Yes,
Good stuff.
definitely. Yes, of course.
That's pretty fast.
Very fast, right?
That's good.
Because that's what we want. We want people that are serious about buying a home, that are serious about taking an application, and are serious about getting on the market and finding that home right away because it's so hot right now. It's getting so expensive. Rates are going up. Numerous different reasons on why to invest in real estate right now. Really, we probably should have started doing that last week if you were that serious about buying now.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
But hey, it's all good though, because that's what we do. We love a challenge.
Yes.
We love a challenge.
And never a wrong time to buy real estate.
That's right.
Never
Never
a
say
wrong
never.
time. There we go.
Complimentary.
There we go.
Complimentary.
Yes.
Credit repair. Free credit repair.
Free. Come get it.
All right, guys. Well, Paul, thank you. It's been a pleasure,
Thank
my
you,
friend.
sir. Thank you very much. Rebecca, thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Paul.
Yes. thank
Appreciate
you
having
very
you.
much for
Me and
the
Rebecca
interview, yes.
appreciate it. Okay?
Mhm.
All right, guys. This is all we got. We're wrapping up. Remember, be good to yourselves. Be good to others. Need a home? Give us a call. Give Paul a call. We'll talk to you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody.
Talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.